he scored the only touchdown of the game, actually, with Eddie Lacy. And the fans, after LSU was held, or excuse me, Alabama was held scoreless in the first half, they come back, they score 10 in the second quarter. Let's take a look at some highlights here of this game. And A.J. McCarron, he didn't have a bad day at all. We'll take a look at some stats. Well, in that play, he kind of did when Montgomery whipped him down. I believe that was the second to last play before the end of the first half. And there you see Eddie Lacy, the only touchdown of the football game. And there was the fumble. This play, this is going to be a controversy now that we think about it. The fumble recovery for a touchdown that was called back on the booth review. Was Richardson really down? The referees thought he was. And that one might have won LSU the game, that fumble recovery. But in the end, it's going to be Alabama who walks away with the victory here at Bryant-Denny. Let's take a look at some stats here in this game before we send you off. Alabama 13 first downs to just 8 for LSU. 228 yards of total offense for the Crimson Tide. 117 of those coming on the ground thanks to Richardson and Eddie Lacy. You see Jarrett Lee was only 5 for 12. Didn't do too well. Only 44 passing yards. 100 passing yards for Alabama. As we said, a good defensive game. And for any of you that are John Elway fans, the third down, he calls that the money down. 1 for 6. That'll tell you why Alabama won this game, because LSU was just 1 for 6 on the money down. 2 turnovers also compared to 0 for the Tide. That'll also kill you in the game. 2 interceptions in the first quarter by Jarrett Lee. Let's take a look at individual player stats before we send you on your way. A.J. McCarron, 8 for 17, 111 yards. No touchdowns, but no interceptions. Had a passer rating of over 100. Taking a look at Jarrett Lee, a 39 passer rating, 5 completions on 12 attempts, just 44 yards passing. He was pressured, and the Alabama corners and secondary did great today, forcing 2 interceptions and only allowing 44 yards. Taking a look at the running game. Spencer Ware didn't do bad at all. He had 14 attempts for 81 yards, and when Blue came in, he was able to get a couple. For LSU, though, is all about Richardson, Eddie Lacy. 26 attempts for Trent Richardson for 94 yards, and when Eddie Lacy came in to relieve the tired Richardson, he really tore things up. 4 rushes, averaging 9 yards a rush, and picking up a touchdown. Taking a look at the receiving for Alabama, Richardson was the big leading receiver, caught the ball twice for 23 yards. Darius Hanks had 2 receptions of his own for 20 yards. And then Mays, 39 yards, also on 2 catches, and he had the big clutch final catch, which sealed the win for the Crimson Tide. Taking a look at Alabama, or LSU, as you see, didn't do too well at all in the passing game. Boone, 2 catches, only 17 yards. Everyone else, Landry, Shepard, and Randall, held to just 1 catch. Randall, 1 catch for 17 yards. As we take a look at the defense here, Minter with 12 tackles, 6 solo tackles. He had half a sack in the game. Montgomery had a sack. But other than that, 2 sacks on McCarron, but that was it. Taking a look at the Crimson Tide, they had 3 sacks in the game. Hightower had a big game, including the sack on 3rd down, which was so essential to Alabama getting the win. They had 9 total tackles, a sack, 3 tackles for a loss. Courtney Upshaw with 6 tackles of his own, and a sack. Well, that's all the time we have right now. Thanks for tuning in to the BCS playoffs preview game here on Facebook and YouTube. If you want to request another game before the playoffs hit, go ahead and request it. Just go ahead and post it on the Facebook page. And if you're tuning in from YouTube, search right there at the bottom of your screen that name, BCS College Football NCAA Playoffs. And give us a like and go ahead and comment and enjoy the fun. Enjoy what college football could be if we had a playoff system. If you want to see another game requested, go ahead and throw it in. Until then, see you guys next time.